Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to GTA Mentor. Today we'll be reviewing GTA Online in 2020. Let's get into the video. Rockstar never meant to support GTA Online for nearly a decade and counting. That was never the plan. Yet GTA Online continues to be updated, and oddly now in 2020 it's bigger than ever. Grand Theft Auto Online launched as part of something else. It was a multiplayer mode attached to Grand Theft Auto 5, a huge sequel that would go on to have one of the most successful entertainment launches in human history. Meanwhile, GTA Online would launch a few weeks later in a terrible state. Only a few months after its release, players were calling it dead. Rockstar itself has since admitted that the launch was a disaster and it lost a lot of players forever due to bugs, server outages, and a lack of exciting updates. But now, 7 years removed from that awful launch, GTA Online is one of the most popular games in the world. It's totally eclipsed the game it was originally a part of and will now do something few online games ever have: exist across 7 platforms actively and simultaneously. Since release, it has grown, changed, and evolved beyond the simple online sandbox it was back in 2013. That's why all these years later, I felt it was time to review GTA Online properly. GTA Online starts with your created character flying into Los Santos. You peer out the window during a cutscene and look down on people racing streetcars and playing tennis. And while you can still do these things in today's game, they become dated relics of a different era. An era where GTA Online was more grounded and focused on being serious and gritty, real life. Today, a more accurate intro would reflect those changes in content, perhaps having your plane glide over jet bikes, explosive RC cars, roving biker gangs, and huge floating ramps. In fact, the entire intro and tutorial that starts GTA Online feels old and in need of updating. You shoot from some random gang members, steal back some drugs, race a few street cars, and change your clothes. Again, these are all the things you can do in GTA Online, but it's moved far beyond that, and soon your phone will blow up with text messages and phone calls from 7 years worth of characters and factions. Jumping into GTA Online today is extremely overwhelming. There are numerous people dying and vying for your attention, different businesses to buy, things to upgrade, events to join, and heists to undertake. Some of these missions and events involve global corporations, the FBI, and powerful criminal kingpins. It is strange that when starting your new game as a nobody, low-level criminal, so many powerful people are falling over themselves to reach out to you, but in a way it fits. GTA Online's become a strange game where you'll end up owning multiple businesses, several military bases, and dozens of weaponized cars, yet will still be asked to help a random gang member sell a bit of weed. It's a game where police officers still send cars and helicopters to stop players driving hover tanks and shooting lasers. This mix of mundane and wild, of over-the-top and grounded and boring and crazy is part of GTA's online charm. It's become a giant buffet, and like any large buffet, parts of it feel like it's only there because, well, it has to be. Nobody really wants those gross, hard little rolls, but if they weren't there, at least a few people would complain. GTA Online has a lot of this content. Nobody plays the parachuting missions in 2020 except for me. Nobody cares about boring death matches in 2020 except for me. Yet it is all a part of the big, enormous GTA Online buffet. If Rockstar were ever to remove these older, less wanted bits, it would almost instantly receive complaints from angry gamers who hadn't even touched those modes in years. Over the years, the GTA Online community's acquired a bad reputation, and a lot of it is deserved. I've overheard an incredible number of racist, sexist, and dirtbags while playing this game over the years. So many of them are young boys who seem dedicated to being the shittiest people they can be. But I've also met cool folks. I've pulled off heists with people from all around the world, and the community is always finding new ways to impress and make me laugh. Some of the stunts people pull off are incredible, and the recent Alien War is a great example of how the community can come together in positive ways. Still, Rockstar isn't doing enough to keep this community healthy and positive. It is way too easy to harass other players, even without mods or cheats. And while Rockstar does ban players, many have complained to me about being harassed and targeted with no support or punishment from Rockstar. On Xbox 360 and PS3, GTA 5 and GTA Online have stopped receiving official updates, becoming lawless wastelands full of powerful hackers and game-breaking mods. At this point, it makes sense to just shut it down on those older platforms, and maybe, with the upcoming launch of new versions of the PS5 and Xbox Series X, it will just do that. Fan and community sentiment toward Rockstar has shifted a lot since GTA Online launched. At first, folks were excited about the future of an online Grand Theft Auto game, but while some are still happy, a growing number of fans feel Rockstar is squeezing them for every penny they have. Looking at the rise of in-game prices, it's hard to agree. Some recently added clothing cost more than sports cars released during the first year, but payouts on missions and events haven't really scaled upward as content's become more expensive. Well guys, that about does it. That's GTA Online in review. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Catch you next time. Goodbye.